Okay, so, um, pang ilang recording ko na 'to, na hindi na-proceed kasi because of technical difficulties, naka-cut and all the hindrances na. So, anyway, um, start ano, simulan na natin 'to. Ayun. So, as you can observe dito, may mga ni-lecture na ako kaso sabi ko nga hindi naman hindi nag-proceed ano, hindi ko na hindi kinaya ng laptop or whatever. So let's talk about work and sabi ko nga work, energy, and power yung topic natin ngayon. No? So this will be our second to the last topic sa farm physics. No? So let's first talk about work. So when we encounter the term work, inisip natin sa work is trabaho. No? Kung anong klase ang trabaho mo, ano nga yung work mo? No? Ano nga yung ano yeah, pag sinabi mo anong work mo, minsan sinasabi ta, ano ako, farmer. Minsan, arus ako instructor. So that is our definition of work. However, in physics, when we encounter the term work, it is defined as the product of the applied force and the distance moved in the direction of the force. So, teka, clear muna natin to, ano? Um, try kong i-join itong isa kong device. Di kasi nakaka-join. Para at least alam ko na ano, uh, may naka-present, etc. Anyway, again, sabi natin dito, it is the product of the applied force and the distance moved in the direction of the force. So kung isipin natin, by definition, if this is the object and if you apply a certain force in this object, there will be a tendency that this object will move. Ano, mahiro ining object na ni, base duman sa ina-apply mong force. No, pag pigtulod mo siya, syempre, iniyo, mahiro siya. And because of that, there will be a certain distance na ita-travel kang object na ni. So, pwede tang isurat siya as S para consistent kita digdi sa symbol sa equation. No? So, ayan, tinulod mo nga sa object na ni. Sa object na ni, makakaabot siya digdi. No, makakaabot siya digdi sa point na ni because of the force F na in-apply. And based dito, magkakaroon tayo ng equation para makuha natin ng force ay yung work as equivalent to force multiplied by the distance. And because of that, kung titingnan natin yung mga units, anong unit ng force? So, unit ng force is in Newton and distance is in meter. So, yan yung sinasabi nating SI units, di ba? So, yung Newton meter na sinasabi, this one is equivalent to joule. Okay, tingnan natin. Baka, hide ko lang. No, mabagal na ang laptop. Mm-hmm. So I was hoping na maka-join yung isa kong device. Pero kung hindi, hayaan natin yan. I assume naka-present naman. Ano? So balikan lang natin to. So dito, so 1 Newton meter is equivalent to 1 joule. Ano, itong joule na to, or J. So it is also what we call a scalar quantity. Okay, so pag sinabi natin scalar quantity, it is a quantity that only has magnitude, ano? Magnitude lang yung nandito. So kung magnitude lang siya, Kasi in contrast to scalar, di ba meron tayong vector quantity kung saan papasok yung mga forces. No, yung mga forces, syempre meron siyang direction and because of that direction, nagkakaroon ng different outcomes. However, when we speak of work, work is a scalar quantity. So pag sinabi natin scalar quantity, ang concern niya lang is the magnitude. It doesn't matter kung saan papunta yung work. No, hindi nag-matter for example na papunta dito yung force and therefore masabi natin that work is also moving towards that direction. Hindi po, no? It only identifies how large or how small the work is. So hindi factor yung direction dito sa work. Kailan naging factor yung direction? So yung direction would be an identifier ng magnitude ng work, no? Maya-maya titingnan natin. So, sabi dito, no work is done when a force is applied but no displacement occurs. So, walang movement na nangyari pero nag-apply ka ng force. So, if example, andito ka, may tigtutulad kang object, no, seryoso ka sa bagay na ginigibo mo. Yeah. Ayan. However, even if dakulaon nga si force na ina-apply mo, day naghihiro si object na ni. Day naghihiro. No, so, pwede tayong i-assume, let's say, may land of digdi, may certain wall, a movable wall, tapos ikasigaw man tulod. No, so therefore, the distance will be equivalent to 0. And any number that is multiplied by 0 will be equivalent to 0. Going back to our equation that work is equivalent to force multiplied by the distance. So kung ang distance mo is 0, so therefore, work will also be equivalent to 0. Okay? So yan yung sa number 1 na statement. So walang work na nangyayari kung walang pagbabago sa posisyon ng object. Next, an object undergoes a displacement with no applied force acting on it. Ano? So ibig sabihin, si object yaon digdi after some time without any force that is applied, nakahiro siya paabot tigil sa point na ni. So there is displacement but the force is equivalent to 0. So wayang nagtutulod, naghiro siya. So pag nagyari ni, work will be equivalent also to 0. Going back to our equation, dito naman ang pinagkaiba, force is equivalent to 0. And however, meron tayong certain displacement. Meron tayong certain na movement. Ano, meron tayong movement dito. Okay? So, maybe siguro naghiro nga siya ng, let's say, 4 meters. No, naghiro ng 4 meters si object. So pag-arog ka yan, biglang naghiro, may nagtutulod, magdulag ka muna. Ano, taday taaram kung anong tutulod mo man. But in certain instances, no, for example, constant yung movement ng object. For example, sa outer space, di ba? Sa outer space, there is no gravity, walang magkokontra sa movement mo. And in that scenario, an object may float indefinitely without any force that is applied. No, so walang force na na-apply pero mahiro siya. Because of its initial motion. Sabi ta nga pag under first law of motion, an object will also remain in motion unless acted upon by an unbalanced force. So kung ang object is already in motion, maski di ka na mag-apply ng force, there will be a certain distance that it will cover. May distansya mangyayari siyang cover. No, pero if ever may ka man sa outer space pero naghihiro si mga object, i-video mo muna, baka mag-viral kita kaya, no? Post mo duman sa mga ito, magandang gabi bayan, mga araw kaya na. Anyway, pinipilit ko ang joke. Anyway, so padagos na kataano, so that might be a failure of a joke. So let's move on here for number 3. The direction of motion is perpendicular to the applied force. So, ang instance na naman gani, for example, Ika, nagtutulod sa sarong object na naman, tinutulod mo yun with a certain force. Tutulod mo siya, paduman nga si force. However, si movement kang object, imbis na mag-abante, ang nangyaring movement kang object is pataas. No? Magic. Nagtaas. Only si displacement. Pataas si displacement niya. Pero yung force mo is horizontal, pero ang movement kang object is pataas. So in instance na ni, maybe there is a certain force that is lifting it up. May different force na nag-act paduman. So ini yung force na ni na ina-apply mo horizontally. So let's make this FH, no? Itong ina-apply mong force horizontally is not adding dun sa work na nandun sa system. No, wala siyang ambag. Merong ibang force na ina-apply. That's why perpendicular ngayon yung naging movement ng object. Okay? So these are the instances wherein there is no work done. First, walang displacement. S is equivalent to 0. Ito yan. No? Yan. And then, if merong displacement without force, so kung force is equivalent to 0, this is under rule number 2. Pero merong displacement. Pwede naman bagong gibo mangyari. And for number 3, the direction of motion is perpendicular to the applied force. So, ibig sabihin, meron tayong force, meron tayong displacement, pero it is perpendicular. Pag sinabi talagang perpendicular, may mga box kitang ma-form sa kanto kang mga forces na ni. Maybe force is applied paduman, pababa, pero ang movement kang object pa side. So, are ka ng instances, no? Wherein perpendicular C applied force. Okay. So we have now the 3 situations that involve work. So first is when the direction of force F is same as the direction of displacement S. So ginamit naman digit S, tapos letter D naman digit. Anyway, so this is now S. No? So pag along the direction, pareho sindang direction, maybe F is paduman, tapos nagkaroon displacement na paduman man, no? Ang displacement niya is along the direction, punta rin sa right. So there is a certain work that is done. Okay? So applicable na yan. And also, another instances wherein there is work is when we apply a certain force and the direction F is not the same as the direction of displacement. But take note na yung force natin dito is not perpendicular. Ma-observe natin, bako man siyang paarog kani. Kasi kung pataas siyang paarog kani, therefore, it will now fall under no work done. Itong number 3 na rule taluman, no? Or number 3 na statement taluman. So, as long as any direction ng F, as long as di siya perpendicular, pwedeng pa dyan, pwedeng paarog kan si force, basta bako siyang paarog kayan, or bako siyang paarog kanina force, no? Kung ang movement niya is along the horizontal. So, digdi, ano nangyari? Nagkaroon ng work kasi there is a component ng force F na along the horizontal. So, we have this as Fx. No, ma-observe natin sa Fx, pag as the component force ng force F, let's say this is Fy, no? So si Fy, since it is perpendicular, mayo siyang ambag sa work. Ano mayo siyang ambag duman sa work? So work is equivalent to 0 under force Y. However, ma-observe natin si Fx. Fx is along the direction of the displacement. So hali digdi sa object, nakaabot siya duman. Ma-observe natin, horizontal siya. And Fx is horizontal. No? Horizontal force in si Fx. So, there is still a component ng force that is along the direction of travel. So itong D. And para makuha natin yung Fx, kasi in terms of equation, W is equivalent to Fx multiplied by the displacement T, no? Fx multiplied by T. Okay? However, kung ma-observe natin, Fx is equivalent to F cosine theta. Ma-observe natin, ito yung theta, no? Ito yung angle theta. And since it is adjacent, Fx is adjacent to the angle, ang gagamitin natin ngayon is cosine theta, F cosine theta, to represent the force Fx. Okay, take note that this one is F, which is the hypotenuse. So, in contrast to that, kung Fy naman yung gagamitin mo, Fy is equivalent to F sine theta. Kasi in terms sa angle, it is opposite, opposite. Again, repetitive ako sa ganito kasi gano'n naman talaga na pag ituturo. Dapat ulit-ulitin mo lang siya. Para at least mas magets, no? Kasi since this one is opposite, Fy is opposite, F sine theta. Pero since ang movement ng object is along the horizontal, hindi ito yung gagamitin natin, but rather si F cosine theta, which is also along the direction of the work. Okay? So, ayan. So, ma-observe natin dito that when F when F is applied vertically along the, or rather perpendicular to the direction of D, of the travel, ma-observe natin that there will be zero displacement na nag-occur, no? Walang displacement na mangyayari to, which is along the direction of the object. So, ma-observe natin siya dito, no? F cosine 90 times D. No, kasi ito, yung force F is along the vertical na siya. So, there will be no work that is done. Di ko alam bakit kasama pa dito, no? Pero, ayan. So, zero yung movement na along sa direction niya. So, zero pa rin. So, example number 1. If a box is pushed with a force of 40 Newton and it moves steadily through a distance of 3 meters in the direction of the force, calculate the work that is done. Uy, answer ka agad, ano? W equals 120 joules. So, paano nangyari, no? So, syempre, mag-drawing muna ka. So, ito yung box. Tapos may force na in-apply dito. Nag-apply ng 40 Newton force dito sa box na to. And because of this 40 Newton force, there will now be a certain displacement dito. So, maybe nakarating dito yung box. So, ay, mali. Dapat dito lang siya. Okay, teka. Okay, pointer. Eraser. And eraser. Try natin erase to. Okay. So, galing dito, nakarating dito. So, this one is 3 meters. Now, so since the direction of the force is along the distance that is traveled, so simple lang ang equation na digdi. Work is equivalent again to force multiplied by distance. You can use S, pwede mo rin gamitin ang P, but preferably D ang ginagamit ko madalas. No? So again, force is equivalent to 40 newtons multiplied by the distance of 3 meters. So we now have 40 times 3, that is 120 Newton meters, or Newton meter is equivalent to joules, so 120 joules. So that is now the work that is done on this problem. For another example, a woman pulls a suitcase with a force of 25 Newton at an angle of 60 with the horizontal. What is the work done by the woman if the suitcase moves a distance of 80 Newton along the floor? So, if this is the floor, merong suitcase, paano bang suitcase? So, let's say this is the suitcase. Tapos, may woman man na nagpupuldig this suitcase na niya. So, pwede sigurong gibon ng araw na lang ganyan. So, ayan. Nag-move siyang organic. No? Laganta ng mukha yung human. Lagantang buhok din. Yan. Lagantang mukha pang assume natin happy siya. So, ining force, meron siya ditong ina-apply na force that is equivalent to 25 Newton. Ba't nag-alarm? Naka-record ko man ako. Ayan. Wala. Hindi na naman nagbalik. Ayan. So, 25 Newton force. So, pinupul niya yung bag na niyo for a certain angle of 60 degrees with the horizontal. Ano? So, tinatanong, what is the work done by the woman if the suitcase moves a distance of 8 meters along the floor? So, haliligdi, up to a certain distance na naman na 8 meters. Like, kung drawing ulit din yan. No? So, assume na lang natin na nakaabot na digdi sa suitcase. Sa suitcase lang lagod i-drawing ta. No? Ayan na dyan suitcase. Travel siya ng 8 meters. So, by equation, sabi natin, work is equivalent to the force that is along the direction of travel multiplied by the distance that it traveled. So, yung F natin dito, supposedly 25 newtons. However, si 25 newtons, ma-observe natin is pag ganito yung 25 newtons, no? Pataas siya ng ganito. Ang kailangan natin na force is the force that is along the horizontal, which is now your F sub x. F sub x ang gagamitin natin kasi yung travel natin is along the direction of F sub x. So F sub x is equivalent to F cosine theta. Ano yung theta? Ito yung nandito, which is equivalent to 60 degrees. Ito yan. Ano? Ito yung 60 degrees na to. So therefore, work will be equivalent to, lagyan natin ng Fx, no, para at least specific. The force that is along the horizontal multiplied by the distance it traveled along the floor. No? So, ibig sabihin, you now have work as equivalent to F cosine theta. This is now the representation of Fx multiplied by the distances it traveled na 8 meters. So, plugging in the values, F is 25 multiplied by cosine 60 multiplied by 8 meters. So, calculator, compute natin. Dito na lang sa calculator. Alam ba yan? 25 times cosine 60. So, this is equivalent to 12.5 multiplied by 8. So, meron tayong work or yung, saan yung pen ko? Ayan. Work as equivalent to 100 Newton meter or 100 joules. So, 25 lang yan, cosine 60 times 8 meters. So, yan. No, so, the woman applied 100 joules of work on the suitcase. Okay? Answer is 100 joules. Okay. So, ito naman, we have now force distance graph. This is now the tawag dito, graphical representation ng work. No? So, if you have a force here applied, tapos ito yung distance, yung area under this becomes now the work that is done. Okay? So, this is useful if pabago-bago yung force. Ano? So, di ba mga graph tayo, for example, over time, for example, iningayang si box, nag-a-apply kita ng force digdi. And over time, habang nag-aabante siya along this direction, para makaabante ka, nagpaparadakula si force na dapat i-apply mo. Na nagparadakula si force na in-apply. Kung kaligyan sa dit, tapos nagdakula. So, paano mo na makukuha? Paano mo na makukuha kanyang work? No? So, pag-aral ka ng instance, nagagamit ka ng force distance graph. And pag kinuha natin yung area For example, under this graph, um, makukuha natin yung work that is done in this scenario. So for example, dito, ma-observe natin whatever the distance na pag-travel, constant yung force. Nasa letter A lang siya, arabante lang yan. Even if makaabot ng 1 meter nga yan, 2 meters, and even at 3 meters, constant yung force. So, digdi sa scenario na ni, na napig-drawing ta, sabi ta, or maybe sabihin ta, 0 si force sa poon. Tapos, habang nag-aabante, nagdadakula si force. Until such time, nagdakula na siya. Kung consistent si pagdakula kang force, maybe at distance 0, ligi sa point na ni, 0 man nga si force. However, at distance 1, nagdakula si force up to, let's say, 10 newtons nga, for example. And at 2 meters, nagdakula pa si force. Uniform na growth niya. So, naging na siyang, let's say, 20 newtons. And at 3 meters, nag 3 meters na siya, yun na sa dakula lang nga si force na nag-abot na siya ng, let's say, 30 newton. So, ma-observe natin that pabago-bago yung force na in-apply. Pataas ng pataas. Although uniform naman yung pagtaas niya. Ma-observe natin din dito that the polygon or the area that is formed under this scenario na pataas ng pataas ang force is a triangle. And para makuha mo si work, this is equivalent to the area under the force and distance graph. Ito na yung area under force distance graph, which is equivalent to the work that is done. So dito, paano natin makukuha yung area ng triangle? So sabi sa high school, area is equivalent to 1/2 base times height. Yan baga sa ginagamit ang formula basta triangle ang pinag-uulayan ta. So dito, the equation becomes 1/2 multiplied by the base. Ano yung base natin? Eto na. From this point, or rather from this point, up to this point, which is 3 meters. Multiply natin yan by the height. Ano yung height? You now have at this very peak, which is equivalent to 30 newtons. So 30 newtons here. So you have 3 meters times 30 newtons, which is equivalent to 90 newton meter. Tapos kalahati lang nun. So, nangyari, we will now have kalahati ng 90, you have 45 joules. So this is now the work done under this scenario. Kung saan, haling ngayon sa 0, nagpon sa 0 force, so 0 to, nag-aabante, nagdadakula, hanggang makaabot siya dito sa 3 meters ngayon na ang force mo is equivalent to 30 newtons. Okay? Okay, so I will cut this lecture here. Cut muna natin yung lecture. So take note lang ng mga discussion natin. Pause ko muna yung recording. Discard. Okay.